What is up, fellow vendors? Extreme Vending here. Today I purchased myself my very own Crabby claw machine. I'm real excited because I got this claw machine right away. There was no wait time. One of the benefits from ordering from the US supplier. And this is a rainy machine, by the way. And I wanted to show just how much love and effort Chris put in from Crabby Claw to put these machines together so that you'll be able to get these shipped to your door for an affordable price. And also, thank you, Chris, for providing the plush for me for free. That was really generous. This is a kind of like a little thank you he had for me putting this video together. But I was going to do this video no matter what, so it's just a nice little thought. Guys, I want to point out that Chris disassembles the claw machine by himself, so he can ship them in 2 boxes, and he ships it out to you, and he puts a lot of love and care. As you're going to see that there are some added components or just some added security safety features that he puts in these mini claw machines that normally is not in a normal claw machine. When I order a rainy machine, I do not get this kind of boxing or love for each machine that I order. He spends roughly around 2 to 3 hours boxing up each one of these claw machines. One thing that stood out to me is the glass, and that's why I'm kind of showing so much footage of the glass, just because this glass has been upgraded. This glass is break resistance, meaning it's more sturdier than a normal claw machine glass. It's got like a stronger plexiglass feel, but only it's really clear and just so sharp. I was really surprised to see that. Another upgrade about this claw machine is you see this little slot right there on the bottom of the mini. That's a coin slot, so when you put your coins into the top part, normally it goes into a coin box up on the top machine, but the problem with the coin boxes you're going to see in my older models is people pry that. Even if you put a padlock on there, it's so mean that the customers do this, but some kids will pry that and make your machine look so ugly. But with this design, you don't have that coin box anymore. You actually have the coin mech lowered, and you can actually put a NIAX reader right there where that plate is. And it looks really good with that plate, but the NIAX reader looks even better. But the main thing is the coins now drop down through that coin slot, which makes it where you don't have that limitation of $150 worth of quarters. You can hold so much more quarters. You won't have to worry about your quarters overfilling. Okay, so we're getting to the part where I'm going to start assembling the machine. As you saw that there was no bill acceptor right there. However, it does come with a bill acceptor. Don't freak out, guys. And it's so simple to put together. You're going to see when I pull out this drawer that Chris actually wrapped this up. These are some parts. There's going to be parts spread around this machine so lovingly. Like, he put a lot of love in this. Here he personally taped up the bolts that go to the machine that attaches together. And that's all it is 4 little bolts that just uses a Phillips screwdriver. And then inside this box right here, he put the legs and wheels, which I think it's kind of a convenience because I don't use the legs and wheels. I don't really care for that. And the first part is, once I got that hardware out, is I just stacked the machine on top and lined up the holes so that I could screw it down. And it's just as simple as just hand screwing these things down and then just coming back later with a Phillips and just tightening the bolts in a little bit tighter. But that's all there is to it on assembling the 2 pieces together. And now we just have to put some wiring together, and you're going to see how simple this is also. Chris was so kind to label these. This right here is the plug number 3. This plug number 3 is actually the bill acceptor plug, and I'm going to tear off this tape right here just because it's in my way. But you're going to see this. There's a giant little, oh, my dog's in the shot. Sorry about that, guys. I didn't even realize that when I was filming that. But there is a little slot that you can slide that wire through, and that's going down into the lower compartment. And then when we put the bill acceptor on, we'll be able to plug that in. But we're not going to plug that in just yet. We're going to focus on just feeding that through a little bit more so that we can have access to that wire when we are ready for that. Now we're already approximately halfway done assembling this completely with it all being wired up. And what I'm going to show you is, so this is the LED lights that glows that little mini. We have to actually slide that up through that little hole there too. So we have 1 wire going down, 1 wire going up. And once again, Chris has labeled all the wiring, so it's so simple. And we're just going to plug this in where he had labeled that plug number 2. And it just pops in, and you're going to see a close-up. So simple. You just plug it in with the LED lights into one of those power strips. Next, we're going to put the bill acceptor on, which is also very simple. Look at that. He has it also labeled plug 3, so you know that the plug in number 3 with number 3. Very convenient. The hardware is taped on right there. So you see these little slots right here. That bill acceptor will slide in through those bolts right there, as simple as can be. It's kind of like one of those little kid toys that you used to put the blocks in through the slots. And that's basically what this is, an advanced version of that. Simple. So you just slide it in, and the 4 hardware nuts that are provided, those go on there to secure it against that plate, that door. And it should only take you but a moment. You can actually hand tighten it completely on, and then just make sure you snug it together with a 7mm socket. And you can see a close up. This is what I'm talking about. Just throw on the 4 nuts I was talking about, and then just secure it with that 7mm, and you're good to go. Next, we're just going to plug in that bill acceptor, and once again, Chris has it nice and labeled for us to remind us to plug in number 3 with number 3. And here's that number 3 slot cable that I put through the machine earlier. It snaps right in. That's plugged in. Now that bill acceptor is ready to go. But we're still not ready completely. We're nearly done. This is the final few little steps. Chris put a lot of time cutting out these cardboards to secure your gantry really well. And you can use a blade knife. I personally like using a needle nose like I'm going to do here. And you just pinch the end of the tip and just twist, and it pops right off. So he has 3 wire or tie wires ready to go, labeled, telling you where you need to cut. And that's all you have to do is just cut those 3 tie wires. And it's so much easier when you buy a reining machine. One of my most frustrating things when I go on location is there are tie wires on the gantry, and it's nearly next to impossible. Not impossible, just it takes a lot of time and a lot of effort to carefully pull off those tie wires. But with Chris, he makes it so much simpler, and he puts a lot of support on that gantry so it won't move around during shipment. Now you can see that this is labeled number 1. This is a gantry wire. He has it unplugged just in case for safety. If you plug in the machine and you forgot to plug in or you didn't untie all that, he doesn't want you to ruin your gantry, so he has it all protected like that. And you just plug it in right here, and this is going to be the last plug that we have to plug in. So really it's just 3 plugs plugging in and just tightening down some bolts. That's all, and nuts. That's all you have to do assembling this. And here's, he put an instruction manual, a copy of the manual, so you can have that to toy with the machine. Plug in the machine, and there you go. What a beautiful mini, all assembled from the States. You have it within a few days. You can start earning money. That's what's really beneficial about having a claw machine in the States. And to me, I'm so excited to have someone that will sell the reining machines that takes the time and love and care to be able to put so much support on shipping like Chris does with Crabby Claw. So guys, in the description is a discount code. You save yourself $50 for a limited time, and I will post the link to crabbyclaw.com. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.